You see a wall to the left?
Yeah. What is going on, everybody? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Listen, so let's go ahead and do this topic, conversation, whatever we need to do. We are live on all channels. Let me see where the Saints, Aints, and Friends is at. So we are live on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So make sure y'all share the live, share the live, share the live. So yeah, let's go ahead and get ready to make sure y'all invite the people to come in. So after court today, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. So after court today, um, good thing I was present for all the festivities. Um, I don't want to just give y'all the news all up front, but you see what the title is. You see what the title is. So live in court. So um, we're gonna talk about what need to be talked about. Okay. So let me see. Let me see who the peoples are over here on TikTok because I know it's is what it is. Let me see here. Okay, we are live. Okay. You said my mic is not on? Oh, hold on. Let me check something. Let me check. You said my mic is not on. Is my mic on now? Let's check. Let's check this out. All right. Let's check this sound. Okay. On. Okay, my mic is on. Okay, y'all can hear me good. Y'all can hear me good, like real good. Let me go check something. Let me go check something real quick. Microphone check. Can y'all hear me good? I need to make sure that my sound is right. You hear me? You hear me good? Okay, all right. Praise the Lord. So we are here. So just so you said it's an echo. It's my babies in the background. That's Can y'all hear me? Now I know y'all ass can see me now. Can you hear me? Hello? Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Y'all said still no sound? Can y'all hear me? What's up, Crystal? Can y'all hear me now? Okay, I'm okay. Good, y'all can hear me. So listen, let's go and move forward real quick. So we're live on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So anyways, I've been covering this story for about 2-3 weeks now. And loud and clear. Thank you, Michaela. So I told y'all before, I'm not gonna bag nobody when they doing some BS, right? I actually went to everybody to be fair. I went to everybody to be fair to hear everybody's side. And after I did the interview with Shirrod, y'all know the man that's Florida Most Wanted or whatever the hell y'all called him. And I told you I was, you know, if he in the wrong, if he doing some BS, we're gonna drag the shit out of him. I was very honest about that. But if you honest with me, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just the way it's gonna be. So they had court today. So the very same questions that I asked on my shows, the very same questions that I asked on my lives, that I asked on my videos with Sara, the very same conversation that I had with Sara Khorashi, that's her name? Khorashi. The very same questions I asked her in the conversation that I had with her online on the phone and on FaceTime, and she danced around them, is almost to the T of the very same conversations that they had in court with her. Now, what's funny about it is, as you know, people don't know where I be at. I be all places at all times. I'm like the Lord, my eyes in every place, beholding the evils and the good. All right. So listen, before I get to the good part, I just want to let y'all know something.
Case closed. Next case.
So anyways, the order is right here. Yeah. So the order of Sara Khorashi, who is the petitioner, versus Shirrod Kelsey, who is the respondent, the order of dismissal of temporary injunction for protection against dating violence, it was dismissed. You know, and so I'm gonna just read y'all. Okay, so y'all ladies, don't read. Okay, we ain't gonna. Okay, so the gist of it is this right here. She ain't have no evidence. She didn't have sufficient. I kept asking this. I kept asking this question. I said, "Do you have evidence of what you talking about?" She got in court. I'm gonna let Shirrod talk. She got in court today talking about now that Shirrod choked her, beat her, slammed her on the floor, all this type of stuff like that. I was like, where was all this stuff at? What was all this stuff at during TikTok? Well, and ladies, please don't try to flag my live, because I'm giving y'all what the court said. Okay, don't get mad. I'm giving y'all what the court said. Y'all get mad at me and want to cuss me out. I'm giving y'all what the court said. Okay, like, you know, don't get mad because y'all want to ride with false narratives. Y'all want somebody to go down, but y'all was riding on somebody who got out here just because they had a big following. They got out here and they lied. That's what happened. They got out here and they lied. What's up, Cynthia? They got out here and lied. And I told y'all that from the very get-go. They got out here and lied. Anyways, according to the court documentation, Sara did not have enough information. She lied in court. The factual information that she said she had was not even facts at all. She said that Shirrod got put in jail on the 15th. Shirrod was at home on the 14th. You was at, what was you at? Matter of fact, come on in, Shirrod. Come on, sit down. Sit down. So, okay, hold on. All right, so make sure the people can hear you. So from start to finish, can you just explain what happened when you got in court?
So basically, when we got to court, she had an attorney. I had my attorney. Basically, the same questions you asked
Mm-hmm.
on the interview, both attorneys asked the same questions.
Mm-hmm.
They asked them to me. They asked the questions to her. So basically, they're asking her side of the story. She had a witness, and the witness basically talked about everything that they said happened in DR. A lot of people don't know that this false narrative that she has put out, that I kicked her door in and came in and beat her up and beat her down. She made it look as if this happened in her residence or at her home.
Mm-hmm.
This actually, there was an incident that took place, but it wasn't that. It was an incident that took place in the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
And there was anger from myself towards my sister. There was never any anger towards Sarah. There was never any abuse towards Sarah. There was not any abuse towards anybody. So they asked, what happened. Number one, they asked, well, when did this happen? She stated that this took place on the 15th and the 16th of March.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on the 15th and the 16th of March, I wasn't in the DR.
Where were you at?
I was home.
Mm-hmm.
And in church. I was on the 16th, I was in church. So, that's what I'm saying. When you tell a lie, you got to tell another lie to try to cover that lie. Got to tell another lie to try to cover that lie. So, and I had to provide proof that I wasn't in the Dominican Republic. I had to provide a plane ticket. I provided my passport stamp that was stamped and dated. I think it had the time on it.
Is this it?
That's part of my ticket, but it's letting you know that my bags were loaded onto the United flight. And then you can see where I had, I think the other one was for Delta, but I chose to fly United because they were going to be on the Delta flight, and I didn't want to be on the same flight as her. So they asked those questions, and she said one thing, and I said another thing. And not only did I say those things, that's my you know what that is.
Yeah, this is check. Well, no, this is to let you know like where you are, right?
Yeah, that's my actual boarding thing right there.
Okay. And this was the e-ticket.
That's the e-ticket. You can't come back unless you fill that out, and you see the date. You see the date on it.
3/14/25.
Okay, 3/14/25. So she says that I was beating people down in the DR on the 15th and 16th, and that I went to jail. So I had to provide the proof that I was at home. I had to provide the proof that I had took flight. I actually left the DR before they did. And they asked her for the same proof. Where's your proof that he beat you down? Or where is the proof that he abused you? Where's some pictures that you're scarred? Yeah, y'all took pictures. They took pictures of. They took a recording of me yelling and screaming,
which was out of that was not even in the right context.
Right. And that wasn't towards Sarah. I want to make that known. My screaming and hollering was not towards Sarah. It was towards my sister. And then they asked those same questions. And well, my attorney asked her, "Have you made what do you do for a living?" So he asked her. She said, "I'm a content creator. I have 3 million followers." He said, and so he also asked her. He said, "Well, have you recorded videos of him without his knowledge?" Yes. She said, "Yes, I did. I recorded him." "Have you posted that online?" She said, "Yes, I did." He said, "Have you gotten paid for posting those videos of him online?" "Yes." "Is it safe to say that pretty much majority of your followers know who this man is, where he works?"
And what the judge say?
She said, "Yes." So the judge was this is him talking to Sarah. And so she said, well, he literally asked her, he said, "Well, how much money have you made off of him?" And she said, "I made over $35,000.
She said this in court.
It was said in court. She said, "I made over $35,000 with him in this story." And she's done this with no proof, and they've helped her do it. All her followers.
Did I not?
And all the women who say, "Oh, he's this, he's that, he's an abuser, he's a narcissist, he's all of that." They've helped her make this money. Then he asked her, "Have you made any more money?" Yeah, I went to a women's shelter. Now I live in Tampa. I live here in Tampa.
She went where?
She went to like a women's battered shelter. I didn't know they existed, but I went to a women's battered shelter because this is all a part of the narrative. I have to narrate this thing to make it look like this man is crazy. He's going to come to Atlanta. He's going to kill me. So not only did she do that, she made money off of that. She raised over $5,000.
Wait, hold on. She what? She wait, huh?
She raised over $5,000 for the women's battered shelter.
So did she raise it for herself or she raised it?
From what I'm understanding, how it works is she made the money. Because they're supposed to help you go back out into society. You get what I'm saying? They're supposed to help you be able to get a new place or move somewhere new or get away from your abuser and all of this other stuff. So the attorney also asked her, he said, well, you didn't just make a set $35,000. At the time that you posted the video that you made $30,000, now it's up today in court, she says 35. So ain't no telling what it's up to now. So he asked her, is this an ongoing?
Because her videos are still up.
Yeah. Is this an ongoing payout? She said, yes. What do you do for a living? I'm a content creator and I sell wigs. This is what he asked. Well, Mr. Kelsey posted videos of me, or Mr. Kelsey posted fake pages. I made fake pages.
That's what she said. You made fake pages.
I made fake TikTok pages exposing our relationship and how hurt I was and this and that and this and that. I proved that wasn't true. Mm-hmm. You know, my attorney proved that wasn't true. So, you know, at the end of the day, this is what it is. You know, you're trying to assassinate my name, my character, and you know, and that's all I wanted is just for my name to be clear, man. You know, and for my daughters to understand that I'm not this person that
they're saying online.
Yeah.
And see, what I found was comical was, I'm gonna show you something, and I sent this to you already before, but these are the people that get with these people to try to further spin a narrative. What is that?
Yeah.
Who is that?
My ex-wife.
Okay, you see all these messages?
Right.
This is what.
Yeah. I really think you're missing the point. Yeah, I'm giving everybody a chance to speak. I even talked to Sarah on. She said my ex-wife said she talked to Sarah on the phone. Not sure if if you listened to the interview. This is what you're telling her.
Yeah, that's what I told her.
She says this interview was an attack on the woman he so-called was in a relationship with. I'm a liar. I'm a narcissist. I have so many domestic violence arrests, even though he was never convicted. Charges were dropped. I mean, people don't drop charges
just to be dropped.
Just to drop them. I mean, I'm a black man. They want to lock me up, right? they want to lock us away. So, I mean, it's just like today. If the court system works the way it's supposed to work, it's about facts. Same thing you've been talking about. It's about facts. It's not about what you say. It's not about what you feel. It's not about how many followers you have. But we just live in that society now. The followers don't care if you can say anything, and they're gonna go with it.
And see, what I had said was, I said, this girl, the young woman, because she said she's 25, she's got out here just because she got a big following. She got out here with no facts, no proof, no receipts. She got out here saying something, and everybody ran with it. Everybody made videos. Everybody made a coin off of something that she said, and based upon her having numbers, everybody did not fact check her at all. So what she said in her initial temporary injunction, it was all BS. She said the man choked her, beat her.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So yeah, she got in court today and added, the attorneys, they do their job. You know, that's why I'm not gonna lie. I thank God that I'm fortunate enough to have the finances to be able to hire an attorney. Now, and just the way the judicial system works, especially for a black man. Had I not had an attorney today,
it would have been your ass.
And even if I had these facts today, it still would have been my behind. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that I had an attorney, he asked her today, because what she put in the statement was that I choked her, slammed her, broke in her house, and beat her down.
She said you broke in her house.
Well, she didn't say that, but in the initial statement.
In the initial statement.
So in the initial statement that she put online, she's making everybody think that I broke in her house.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't shared with everybody that we were on a trip.
Right.
She hasn't shared that my sister was on that trip.
Mm-hmm.
She shared with you personally.
Yes.
But she hasn't shared that with the world. So people in the world don't understand that I had an issue with my sister,
mm-hmm.
not Sarah. Now, Sarah's been played by somebody, but it ain't me. Okay? The judge asked her today, what happened when he walked in the room? She said, I stood up on top of the bed. And
this is what she said in court today.
Yeah. She said, I stood up on the top of the bed. He was yelling. He came in the room. I stood up on the top of the bed because I wanted to get eye level with him.
Mm-hmm.
So the judge said, my attorney said, so you were eye level with him when you stood on top of the bed? No, there's no way you could be eye level with me standing on top of a bed. That means
you're going to be.
I got to be 6 or 7, 8 feet tall. So in her statement, she says that I choked her, all of that in the initial injunction. I think I sent it to you.
Mm-hmm.
But today she says I headbutted her. So the lawyer asked, he said, well, he headbutted you while you were standing up over him? So, the story just continues to go on and on and on in the narrative. She stated today that she's in an open marriage.
That's not what she said online. She said online that her husband gave her $30,000 and wanted a divorce.
And what I'm saying right now is public record. You can go get the transcript from today and read it yourself. So for the people who say he lying, he a narcissist, ain't no way I can go to the courthouse, print this stuff up, and make it be public for y'all to look at online. Everything that was stated in court today is a transcript that's online and can be provided. She stated today, he said, well, did Mr. Kelsey know that you were married? Yeah, he knows I'm married and I can prove it. Okay, so he knew you were married and y'all still went on trips together. Y'all were sleeping together. Y'all did all of these things together. Yeah, my husband knows we're in an open marriage. That's what she said.
So if y'all want to look this up, you can, because the information is out there and nobody has to lie on Sarah because this case is about Sarah. Now, do we want to talk about other things?
We can. I also want to say that oh man, I lost my thought just that fast. Go ahead. What were you?
So the other person wants to create a narrative as well, which I think is just comedy.
Right.
Because she wants to say that
I stole her credit. I stole her. The other individual, she says that, well, he broke into my laptop and got the credentials to my Delta flight benefits and put himself on my benefits, and I didn't know anything about it. Now, keep in mind, I done flew all over the world, on her benefits, not on her benefits, but a lot of them were, I was on her benefits. It's because she put me on the benefits. I'm not that savvy to where I can break into somebody's stuff, steal their account, add myself to your benefits, because she admits that in her video. See, that's what I'm saying. People are not listening.
Well, not only that, but with those benefits, they have to be approved.
They gotta be approved.
So the story that they're not telling is if someone puts their name on your account or benefits, they're going to contact you. Hopefully I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
They have to contact you
to approve this,
to make sure that this is actually legit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to go through an approval process. So how can somebody steal your travel or business or employee information without you being notified of it, and then you have to verify it, and then you yourself have to approve it before they approve it? So how is it that Christina, she wants to file a case now? So now Shirrod has to fly all the way to New York for a similar case, all for some BS.
Well, yeah, she's asking for what is she asking for? She's asking for monetary, for distress, She says, I wish I would have brought that paperwork. She, she wants for distress for her IV. What is it called? The IVU treatment.
IVF,
Whatever,
IVF treatment, IVF.
Yeah.
But see, how she gonna okay? When she asks for you to be involved in her treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it? And I read the text messages. How is it that you're involved in her stress when she caused the stress?
Right.
I'm trying to really. Are y'all in the chat? Are you looking at TikTok?
I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook.
I want to see what the people saying on TikTok. I really want to see what the people saying on TikTok because I'm really confused at how people can spin a narrative and then the whole domestic thing, saying he's a domestic violence person. First of all, if you look his record up, yes, he was arrested for domestic violence, but he's not the one that was charged with domestic.
And not only just charged with domestic violence, people got to understand domestic violence doesn't necessarily mean there was something physically done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So domestic violence could be between two guys,
Mm-hmm.
or two women.
Mm-hmm.
Domestic it's you're in a domestic relationship or you're dwelling in the same place,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So if you look at the charges, a real charge of domestic violence, it would have assault. Not assault. It would have battery.
I have to cut this stuff off. Just see your shit.
What?
They on there. Everybody on this.
Saying I'm lying?
No, your thing is lagging. They're not watching your stuff no more.
Let me see what mine look like.
Yours look good. Everything good.
Okay, we on here. Let me see. Okay, so you said
That's because I'm not tagging.
Yeah.
I didn't tag anybody. That's why.
No, it's lagging. It's not like it's no connection.
Oh.
You want to keep it on or keep?
let me see this. Let me read.
Connect to the Wi-Fi or something.
Honeycup, I appreciate that.
That's what.
Huh?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's his phone.
Okay.
He working.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking at the comments over here, and see, here's the thing. When you go to court, just make this very clear. So I just want to make sure I see the people on TikTok as well, so I can answer these questions. Here's the thing: when you go to court, the court is not about who they like or who they dislike. They want facts, proof, and they want some receipts. She came to court with BS after BS after BS. She said the man didn't come home. She said he got arrested on the 15th. We got gate numbers right here. We got e-ticket right here from the what was it? Okay. So this was on the flight on the 14th right here. So we got the seat and boarding pass and all this other stuff right here. We got where you were, all this right. So again, she came to court and she lied about that. Then she came to court and she said that he beat, slapped, just basically just mollywopped her ass. And that's not what she said on her videos. And then she changed her story around and flip-flopped that mug and all of those things. And so I'm seriously trying to understand. And y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and please subscribe. Everybody thinks that, I'm protecting somebody, but no, I'm not. I'm only putting out here the facts. I'm only putting out the facts. Now, again, to the story, here it is, a woman, a Black woman at that. Y'all are looking at her because she pretty, she got long weave, she got big old boobies, and she just all in the camera and everything like that. Oh my God, she's pretty. And the only thing that she has attracted is traumatized women who actually have been traumatized and abused by some man. She went to a woman's abusive domestic violence shelter and capitalized off a lie and a false narrative and got $5,000. Now I could spin a narrative too and said you got $5,000 from the domestic violence shelter to lie because you stitched together a video to make it seem like this man was at your house in Atlanta, when this that you put out was not in Atlanta. This was actually in the DR. That's DR, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was actually in the DR. So again, for all of y'all that got a video up talking about this man is abusive to Sarah B. Living, the abusive of Sarah B. Living, what y'all gonna leave y'all videos up?
Because she struck the narrative. I mean, and from people that I've talked to, Dan, you gotta, she put it out there. When you first look at everything, it looks like she's put the restraining order on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She's talking about, I had to get a restraining order on this guy because he's blah, 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 blah. There was never a restraining order in place. She was trying to do one today, which is an injunction or a restraining order. She tried to do that today, but you just can't lie on people, man. You can't do that,
So Charles, to answer your question, you said why she went to the shelter when she got her home place.
Right.
Because she's trying to paint a narrative to the court. She wants to paint a narrative to her ex-husband or soon to be
for the divorce.
To make it look like somebody's actually doing something to her when they weren't. Because she still has not proved even to the court. The court said, I'm reading the court papers. It says the petitioner testified to an incident of domestic violence which occurred when the parties were on a trip together in the Dominican Republic. The petitioner reports the parties were in a relationship since October 2024. The petitioner lives in Georgia. The respondent lives in Hillsborough. Though petitioner has received unwarranted contact from respondent, the respondent posted intimate images. This is what they're saying she said. There's no evidence. This is what the court has.
That I posted sexual content or whatever she said.
Hold on. Somebody said this sounds like this. Y'all said go watch the movie Both Eyes Open. So she trying to put out a movie. Okay. The court said there is no evidence regarding a threat of future violence as defined by Florida statutes. The allegations do not support the entry of an injunction for protection against dating violence. So what she said and the evidence that she so-called said was happening, it does not provide proof, evidence, facts, or receipts of anything that she has said. This is what the court said. So y'all can get mad. But understand this, y'all need to make some new videos. Make some new videos that here this girl who has a big following got out here and duped all of y'all. Hold on, where is I want to see. I want to see what this video is now. Hold on, let me see. Wait a minute. So y'all gave her 537,000 views on the initial video. Y'all gave her 4.1 million views on that video. Y'all gave her 2.2 million views on that video and 1.3 million videos all on a lie that she put together out here. The highest views that she got on this thing was 4.4 million views. And she got on bragging about that. So again, she got on bragging about it, made $30,000 off of a lie, then turned around, went to a women's shelter and got them people $5,000 off of her lie. So again, what y'all finna do with this story? Because it's not making any sense at all. I have shown y'all, this is the dismissal from the court. You don't believe. The case number is 25 DR 004425. Somebody said they hope you sue her.
If you add, just to add to that, I know she put a video out about the FBI. There is no FBI agent involved in this. there was a detective, I'm not going to say his name, but a detective did call me from Decatur, Georgia, and he wanted to hear my side of the story. He stated to me that, it seems like she's trying to just do this in different places. So she wanted to try to create something down here in Tampa. She's trying to create something in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So to me, a crime is a crime. Just do it and go with it. But she's saying that so the detective says, I'm calling to hear your story about cyber abuse or something like that, and abuse and all of that. And she wants to file charges against you. So I said, so no charges have been filed against me? He said, no. She says she has evidence. This is what he said. She says she has evidence. But if you're filing a police case against somebody, why not going to give them the evidence right then and there?
Right.
You know, give them the evidence. So I said, well, I got a case down here that I got to go to on Monday. And she's trying to do the same thing down here in Tampa. So he said, well, you know, when you get the results from that, which is today, the final hearing, call me and let me know that, and that will help me with my investigation.
Okay.
So wouldn't that be the same thing as, you know, if you don't have proof here, you ain't gonna have proof in Atlanta, California, Alaska, DR.
Case closed. Next case.
All right. So there should be no more videos from Sara Be Living about this whole situation, because today she's been proven a liar, not by me, but by the court system. The court system said,
Case closed. Next case.
they said you're basically lying. You do not have sufficient evidence to even back up what you're talking about. The information that you provided to us does not even match up to anything. You said he went to jail.
Never happened.
Y'all said he went to jail. It never happened. You said that he was in jail on the 15th. He was actually in another country on the 15th. So that the judge said,
Case closed. Next case.
so at the end of the day, again, the millions of people that have watched these videos from her, she is a liar. She is a liar. And this type of stuff like this really does hurt people that actually are going through situations of domestic violence and abuse. I'm not saying that things don't happen out here in the world, but what I am saying is it is very hurtful to people that are actually dealing with domestic violence and abuse. I don't see y'all talking to me over here on this TikTok, but that's all right. Y'all can be mad all day long, but be mad at these court papers, okay? Be mad at these court papers, because the judge should get the fuck out of my courtroom.
Case closed. Next case.
So, Shirrod, you got anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
No, man, like I told you, I didn't really want to do all of this, but, you know, for my daughters and just people that, you know, at the church and stuff, because I know people hearing about this. I mean, I've been all over the city and people talking about it.
So you make sure you share this video with the church folks. You make sure you share this video with the funeral home people and let them know that this. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I just wanted to clear my name. That's it.
He just wanted to clear his name, because I really have some things that I want to say. I want to call you a raggedy son of a bitch, because I think it's bullshit that you are out here galvanizing off damaged women, off women who actually have been abused. Now, what story are you going to tell them, Miss B Living? What story are you going to tell these women that actually have gone through domestic violence, and you put out a whole lie? I don't care what you think about him, but the facts that were presented in the court today, the judge said, this ain't it. Case closed. And I'm so happy to see you walk out the courtroom today. I seen you just walked out the courtroom with your head all low. Don't worry about where I was at. Just know I seen you. And it's comical that you really thought you were going to win so that you could get back online and make more money off of a lie that you told. You really thought you were going to get back online and you were going, yeah, I won, ladies, I won. I got that dirty son of a. You thought you was going to get back online, Miss B Living, and make you another $30,000, $40,000 off this lie you told. This is the sad part. And for all you dusty motherfuckers that's out here talking, trying to spin a narrative, talking about I'm protecting somebody, bitch, I can't listen. I ain't got shit to do with the court. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I can't make the court say nothing. But the court saw what they needed to saw, what they needed to see, and
Case closed. Next case.
So anyways, I hope y'all have enjoyed this. I hope y'all have screenshotted and recorded all of this so that you can make your own and spin your own narratives, because you can't do nothing about what the court say. The court said this. Shirrod ain't got debt. Listen, he's not broke. I'm just letting you know right now. He's not broke, but Shirrod ain't got debt. He ain't got loan money that we can go pay the court off, get a judge. No, the judge looked at him. The judge looked at Sarah. The judge, basically the same things that I was asking when I was doing these videos, the judge said, where's your information? Where's your information? And she did the same thing that she did to me. Well, he did this, he did that. Where's your proof? Since you recorded him doing all of this other stuff, why didn't you record this? Make it make sense. Anyway, thank y'all for being on today.
Case closed. Next case.
And we out this month. All right. Hold
Well,
on.
my Instagram, don't end. Oh, the Instagram, it wasn't jumping. Mine wasn't jumping.
You don't want to say nothing? Oh, okay.
We still on?
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't, okay.
my junk ain't jumping.
Peace out, y'all.
I didn't tag nobody.